Hey everyone, it's Kat and this is Readings by Kat. You are getting into your May reading. Before you do, please don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. We do have a new channel, so it makes a big difference if you subscribe now so that way you get all your readings going forward. In Scorpio, your May cards are Freedom, Health, and the Knight of Pentacles. So this Knight of Pentacles here, they are ready for an adventure, but they're not rushing in. So this is, just kind of waiting for something to happen. You're ready to just take off and have a little fun, go on a new adventure, start a new journey, just really get into something new. But you're being conscious to just take your time and get into it. You're, just waiting to see before you really dive in. And kind of thinking things over. But one thing that I want to just make sure stands out to you is this Freedom card. So make sure that what's holding you back isn't you feeling like there are certain limitations. So this Freedom card is here to remind you that even if you feel sometimes that you can't do everything that you want to do and you can't branch out like you wish you could, you do have the freedom to make the most out of what you're living right now, what you're doing right now. Having those little liberties that you can take to just make your day, make your experience, make your journey more enjoyable. Make sure you're taking that into consideration, because a lot of times we feel really limited and really held back and restrained by, our situation. But just go within that to find out those little freedoms, those things that you can create for yourself, because you can create your paradise anywhere. So just keep that in mind. Don't let any fear like that be what holds you back to, taking those steps forward. But definitely keeping into consideration too, just being on that kind of ledge in between going, or, what have you, just kind of being on that hesitation to launch. Make sure you're also taking care of your health. So this is reminding you that your vessel, that body, it's a temple. It's what's carrying you. It's what's taking you through this journey, through this experience. So make sure you're taking the time to make sure your health is in order, that you're not letting anything slip in that, in that front. So just keep that in mind as you're going through, making sure that you're making the right decision for you. And by health, your body and your mind. So that's just so many things. Just make sure that you're okay in all aspects of things. Just check in on yourself. But remember that you do have that liberty, you have the freedom, you have the power to create that sense of freedom for yourself. So make sure while you're, mulling things over, you're taking that into consideration. But, take that adventure if it's what feels right. Scorpio, have a good month of May. Pisces, these are your cards for your May reading. We have water, happiness, and the moon. So the moon is a time where you are feeling a lot of emotions. This is a time of heightened emotion. That moon and the water, they definitely connect with each other. That pull of the moon, the tides, just emotions stirring. So this moon card, this moon phase that you're in right now, this is kind of going within yourself, going into that intuition, to find, responses to what you need, best choices to what you need to consider right now. But just make sure that lurking darkness doesn't get to you. So make sure you differentiate between what's intuition and what's just your own, your own worries, your own paranoia that might be creeping in. And this water card is just a reminder in all of that, and that soul searching and in what you're going through and studying within yourself. Make sure that you keep that water element into consideration. So you're a water sign. This is a cleansing. This is a purifying. You need to let go of, things that can be hurting, things that can be bringing in that darkness, and make room for the happiness. So that happiness is something that you can create for yourself and that you can find for yourself. So sometimes it might not feel like the happiest time, and sometimes you can really feel like you're just a ball of light. But you need to find that happiness. You need to create it for yourself and make it happen. Definitely, trust your gut, use that intuition, and just make sure that you're looking at things with a clean light. Don't let other past experience kind of cloud that. So wash that clean so you can really embrace and be happy in the time that you're in right now. So that is your May reading, and I hope that resonates with you and that you have a really good month, and I will see you next time. Cancer, this is your May reading. we have freedom, judgment, and the star. So our freedom card here, this is just a reminder for you to realize that you have the reins in your life. You are in control. You have, you're the one that makes the decision of what you do. You have the freedom within you, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you're limited. You really do have the freedom to go where you want to go and make those choices for yourself. And you can choose to be happy, or you can choose, to go other routes. And it might be a time where we might be looking at some judgment. And I feel like this isn't coming from you. This might be coming from, an outside person. Everyone's living their own life and having their own challenges. This is what this card's here to remind us of. But it seems like maybe there's this judgment going on that you're feeling from others. But remember that you have the freedom to let that get to you or not. You have the freedom, if to decide if that's going to be the deciding factor, their judgment in your journey ahead. We've got the star, so she's here, she's got full potential. This is like looking up at the starry sky. This is just seeing just endless possibilities there. And this is an abundant place. We're thriving. There is water pouring. There's water pouring out to the earth. There's water, we're thriving. We have more than enough of what you need, what we need right here. So you have that potential. You have the potential of really getting into something amazing and great for you. So just remember, you have the freedom to decide what you take in and what forms you, and decisions that you make to get you to that place where you can just go forward into something. So don't let another judgment, don't let that block you or create a shadow over you. And then just remember not to judge as well. So just keep that in mind. Just give out what you want to receive. And if they're not giving it, you don't need that around. So just keep that in mind in your month of May, Cancer. I hope it's a good one for you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you again for joining me for another month of readings. Please, if you have not already, do not forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And we'll see you next month.